What's up, Alphas? It's your boy, Alphas May. Looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And I see you Alphas in the building. For 1 second, just take your time out and smell the roses. Go outside, have a beautiful day. I hope your Sunday and your weekend has been amazing. I hope everything has been wonderful for everybody. And I hope you enjoyed today's episode of P Valley. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. There's super thanks, all kind of stuff is in the link below. I might do a birthday stream tomorrow. Tomorrow is indeed my birthday. So I just want to make people aware that you can make it. I'll be streaming on Twitch and then I'll be streaming on YouTube. So that is a thing. And I see you Alphas in the building for 1 hot second. Just comment in the chat if you have the time, if you feel like it. Forget if you feel like it. Just hit an alpha with a what's up. Today we got P Valley Season 2, Episode 8, The Death Drop. That is what's happening right now on the episode of P Valley, The Death Drop. We're going to get into this podcast. I hope everybody having a good day, a wonderful time, an amazing, wonderful day. I hope everything is a blessing for you. Let's get into The Death Drop, P Valley Episode 8 of Season 2. We start out with Mercedes finally back in the pink. Her arm is still struggling, even though I find it interesting that she actually was like doing those tricks on Coach's pole, but didn't do them on her pole. And she looked, we'll talk about that later, but she looked terrible when she went back to the pink. She is looking horrible. She's looking not good at all up in the pink. Her arm still seems to be bothering her, which I'm thinking is mental issues. I'm thinking it's mental. When she goes back to the pink, it's mental. She still feels that pain in her arm. She doesn't feel it anywhere else, but like I said, when she goes to the pink, she starts feeling that pain from, as we know, Diamond pulled the 5 pounds of weight off her shoulder, but she gets it back, I guess, when she gets it. She is struggling. Or has she just gotten older? Whisper and Roulette had a conversation earlier that she just getting older. So has she fallen off? We're going to find out this season. I'm looking forward to seeing it, though. I'm looking forward to come back. But like I said, we as the audience know she did not struggle on that pole with Coach. She don't seem to struggle nowhere else. So I'm wondering, is it a mental issue? Let me know what y'all think. We see LaMarcus has a lot of secrets. We see him talking to Uncle Clifford. Say he got a lot of secrets. Then they start arguing about being clean and all that stuff. It was very interesting. And we see Thomas Jones, aka from the Chiefs and the Bears, NFL player, linebacker. For both of them, play with Brian Urlacher. He is playing Maine. He is back for season 2. Remember him from season 1? He was the guy in the club. Maine ended up going to jail. Mercedes' friend. He has an ankle bracelet on. He has an ankle bracelet on, telling you that COVID has caused him to release people from prison, but unfortunately, he is still in the house arrest. So he tells her that he plays a bigger role later on. I think he's gonna play a bigger role. That's why they bring him back. But innocent, I think he has a bigger role in the series that's coming up. Then we go to Keyshawn, who meets Hailey at Taft's restaurant. If you don't remember Taft's restaurant, it is literally the place that her and Derrick had their first quote unquote date. It's the place that she met him and he was all debonair and all that stuff and wooing her with his confidence and all his money. He was hitting her with their woo. This part has me questioning because Keyshawn brought up something important. Keyshawn brought up Hailey Colton. I looked her up. She doesn't exist. Well, she did exist, but she drowned in Texas. So who is Hailey? Who is Lakeisha Savage? Who is Autumn Nights? Who is Hailey? That's the question I got when I was watching this. Is Whisper with her? But I think I kind of got that idea. Like, I've been seeing theories online. Y'all can let me know if y'all been seeing the theories that Whisper and Hailey is somehow together, because Whisper name was Lakeisha Savage as well. So maybe they're running a game and they both friends, and we'll come up to the end of the season and find out. So I'm interested in that too. I want to know what's going on with that. So that's one thing I want to talk about in that scene. Then we find out Andre father. We see Chuckalisa's Truth Squad. They found out secrets on the candidates, because of course they didn't find out on the older Kyle brother. They found out on the other two. Andre, we found out his dad is in jail on death row. Also, Miss Woodbine, we found out her past, but they handled it in two different ways, right? They handled it in two different ways, and I was very interested to see how they handled it. It was cool. It was cool seeing that dynamic. How Pastor Woodbine would be like, I sucked all around Chuck Lisa cause I had to. And then you see Andre like in his room drinking ashamed. He's ashamed. He's like that guy who just had like that one night stand and having a walk of shame because everybody found out his little secret that his dad was in prison after he told everybody his father passed away when he was 7. Which is like a horrible thing to do, by the way. And how the people in the local area don't know that still confuses me. That's one thing I did have. A little, like when I have writing gripes, that's one of the little writing gripes I have, right? How did you know? Like, how did you know that that was happening, right? How did you know that How did you know that his dad wasn't on death row? How did nobody know this? I'm trying to gather my thought. How does no one know this? It's like it's a small town. It's Chucalissa. Everybody know your dad. You are from there. Why does no one know this information? And I looked over, and I've been looking over, and I've been trying to figure out and looking over, and like nobody knows it. But I guess it's just a way to progress the story a little more, right? I think it's just it's a way. It's a way to progress the story. That's what it was. It's just a way to progress the story and figure out how to do things. Because like I said, it's a small town. It's a little town. It's not like it's a big town. And your dad, his brother was literally the mayor. Like that's a little gripe I had. That's a little gripe I had with the episode. It's not a big gripe, but it's a gripe. You know what I mean? I don't want to complain too much because the episode was really good, but it's a gripe. What's next is we see Derrick talking to Keyshawn. He goes in the room. He is crying, talking about make it better. What can I do to make it better? And she says, go to the Pynk. Of course, the Pynk is a situation where the plan for Hailey is that Derrick gets the money on the floor, she gets the money at the door, and she did with her 3 passports for her and her kids. And that's the reason why she wants to go back to the Pynk. And and it's like a good story because Derrick is in his weird mood. Cause Derrick crazy. I know dudes. Can I tell y'all this? I know white dudes from Mississippi just like Derrick because they're insane. Like they will like they are like weirdly like aggressive, and then they cry like a little baby after. I like mental issues, real people. Derrick need to work on that. By the way, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Anything y'all want to talk about in the chat, just let me know. We'll discuss it. If y'all want to go over some early, we can. But this is the People Show. I'm alone today. I know. I understand I'm alone today. But it is indeed the People Show, so I want to give the people a little bit of what they want. We see Hailey going to the beauty shop where, of course, we get the casual racism. But Hailey holds on in this section. Georgie is like, hey, listen, $5 million? $5 million? Or wait till election day when you can possibly lose. What you gonna do? He said, wait till I see you on election day. So they both playing hardball with each other. They both playing real hardball with each other. They're trying to gather each other. You know what I mean? They're trying to figure out who is gonna fold first, right? They're trying to see who's gonna fold first and who's going to break down. Who y'all think gonna break down? I think Hailey's Autumn, she's gonna win, bro. I don't Lakeisha Savage, whatever her name is. I feel like she's gonna win. And at the end of the day, cause she's a real one, dog. Like I'm like, she's a real one. And the reason I say that is because we don't know nothing about her, honestly. We don't know anything about her at all. We don't know anything about her. She said, "I'll see you at the polls." I'm interested as the season finale. Are we gonna learn who Hailey's real name is and who she really is? Because she seems to make herself disappear a lot. Even her husband in season 1 was calling her Hailey, and I was like, oh, "Okay, her name Hailey." But then this season kind of threw that off. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. We see Wody and Murdah meeting up about Big Teak funeral. You know, Wody owns the funeral home. So they meet them at the Big Teak funeral home. They talking it out. Then we go on to the Pynk is back open. They setting up. It's a week left. We see Big Bone and Diamond. They are cuddly relationship right now. Mercedes said she got a new routine. Shout out to Whisper, as we know. Mercedes was horrible. She was absolutely terrible. She looked worse than those little TikToks that they pretend to be bad. She was worse than that. Like, she perfected that TikTok. Because I don't know what that was. But Autumn sees it, says our main attraction isn't ready, but I know someone is. Keyshawn comes in. They are Autumn and Uncle Clifford argue about who's the main attraction. Oh, we all aware Hailey's right? If you saw Mercedes and how she was performing, you would say Hailey is right. Keyshawn probably should do this. Like, Keyshawn should do this. Like, it's not even a question. And we go and see that they talking about Roulette and Whisper are fans. They are fans of her. They are fans of Keyshawn. She comes in like, "Oh my God, Miss Mississippi," and they are showing they showing love. We never seen them like that. It's an interesting take. And we see them argue more after this. And then Clifford runs out, takes her stuff, says, "I'll take the jukebox too if I can fit it in my Birkin." And then she goes to the car. She sees her mom in the back seat, said, "You get even. You cry, but you get even." Shout out to Beulah. We seeing more of her in the show. And at this point, I'm wondering, what is Clifford gonna do? We're gonna get into that to the end of the show, but I'm doing a rundown real quick. We kind of knew it, but we see the blood representation a lot more in this episode than we have in any other episode. Normally we just see a flag. We just seen a lot of red today. We see Lil Murdah do the little nose thing he does to him. Said, "I wrote an extra verse for you." Put it on his chest. Walked out. They took him out as a pallbearer. They show a video. Pico is saying that he the one that ran up on his album. Again, showing that YouTube cloud of people just saying they did something that they didn't do, which was a trend. So I could see where y'all saw that writing on the wall. I see where y'all saw that writing about people not holding the weight of what they say. I see y'all see it because it's been a lot of that online. Do anything for clout plays, and it goes into this dope transition where it like flips, and then you see Keyshawn and Mercedes dancing on each side, which I guess how the setup gonna be. And they were dancing like that. We see she gets a call, that little gummy song that throws me off. I'm sorry. I get why, but Terica 14, why she got the little gummy song. It plays, he runs out. We see Shell's upset that Mercedes took Terica to go get an abortion. And she is upset. She is mad. And they get in an argument about her drinking compared to her leaving her and being the worst moment of her life, her top moment, her biggest moment. Why she go to me instead of you? And they have this argument. Then we get the scene with Roulette and Whisper at a hotel. Whisper says she has the intuition, and she said it's not going to end good. We quickly go into Autumn. Miss Bradshaw, you are 100% right. Like, she was upset with Mercedes after she's been in a tub How do she's so drunk, she's in a tub. She's that much of alcohol. She's in a tub. And she's actually upset at someone else taking care of her child. This is Mercedes' actual child. And be like, you wasn't here, but you was drunk. And you still asking her to take you around because you're still drunk. Even though I kind of get it, I understand it. Being alcoholic is a hard thing. Once you deal with those things, I understand it. But being upset at that was insane to me too. But we see the next part. Intuition, right? Terrence been wanting Whisper. Roulette says she is staying with her. So we get that scene set up. I wonder how she found out about the abortion since she took her 2 hours away. That is true. She took her from Chuckalisa to Jackson, which is 2 hours away. Another thing I want to say if I go deep in that, we found out that Roulette is from Jackson. She said she's from Jew City. I did like that reference because finally Mississippi references is in the show. Like, I'm excited because a lot of these references is not Mississippi. But that reference to Jew City is Jackson. I don't know if I think they call it actually city, but that's a reference to Jackson. So we found out Roulette is from Jackson, which speaks up. Shout out to my beautiful lady, Jackson. That's probably why what I'm gonna say later gonna make sense when I go over this. But I do too. I think Terica had to tell her, but I don't know much about that. But I'm pretty sure there might be signs that she might have noticed. Yes, we're gonna get into that. Roulette is crazy for real. But I'm kind of used to girls from Jackson. But we're gonna get to that in a minute. But she is like, in that ending, we're gonna talk about that in a minute too. We just go and we just have our conversations. But Roulette stand with us. We go back to Hailey with Andre. Hailey is scary because we don't know about her. We don't know nothing about Autumn Nights. This episode proved we know nothing about her. We don't know her real name. That actually fixes my whole problem with her bland character at the beginning of the season. Because she's so blank that we don't know it. And it's like, okay, that's the reason she's such a blank face. She is so stoic and blank. Because she literally hides everything. We like I said earlier, we found out Hailey died like years ago. She took somebody else's identity. We don't even know her real name. We don't know where she's from. She had a daughter and she found this dude, and I don't know what happened, if he knew her real name or was she doing that before him and then she had a baby with him. She's somewhere between Hailey, Keyshawn, and all. Yes, like she just makes up this name. Like she just keeps coming up with names. And when you look up the name, you find out it's not her. So now I'm like, okay, you're stoic. And this is your whole character. We don't have a clue who she is. Even Andre's confused, but he said he wanted Hailey that day. She's like, I can't give you Hailey. I can give you Autumn Nights and all that. She has a plan. And I think she is just playing Andre because he's that bland dude who you can easily play with ambition, but he kind of don't have that heart. He that dude that don't have that heart, but he got ambition. So he's like easily manipulated by everybody around him, as we see with Corbin, Kyle. Like everybody's manipulating. Uncle Clifford called her September, October. She did. You don't know who she is. Like she's everyone. I think everybody's aware now that you don't know who she is. Like no one knows who she is. She's just this random girl who bought stuff with fake identities, and we don't ever know who she is. It's insane. We go back. We got a question now that we got for next episode. Who is Brazil that whoever Hailey Autumn talking to? Like even when I read my notes, I say all their names because she's all of them. Who is Brazil? Is Brazil like her friend that does the same thing she does? And then we go to the next scene. I'm not gonna lie, I got mad at Terrence because he paying for it. You know what I'm saying? I got mad at him. Like, hey, Whisper, my girl. Yeah, that's Matavius called her Hailey too, But as we found out in this episode, Hailey's been dead for years in a flood. So I'm guessing that might be it too. She might actually be Hailey, but she registered as dead somehow. Which is even scarier that someone who is actually a person can still place themselves as a dead person that don't exist. Because that means she got connects. So that's even scarier than her actually just pretending to be someone else. Because you can't, it's hard to just fake your death and be alive and use call. So that's very interesting. I wonder which one it is though. I wonder which one it is. Because I do know in first season, I remember a flood in the first season. So maybe it is her. But she faked her death. But that means she got some connects some places. We did see that in season 1 though. She has connects. But to that extent, Georgie might be in trouble going against Hailey. Georgie might be in trouble going against Hailey. We see Terrence with Whisper, and they do what they do. And he tried to short her $200, said it wasn't that good. She said she was faking that typical stuff. But then we see Roulette. Juice City Roulette. And the first thing she do is she pulls a trigger on a gun. Thank you for subbing, Angela. I appreciate you. Hope you enjoy the channel. I appreciate it that much. I'm ready to pull all her names and I had to pick one. That's what I'm saying. Even in my notes, I just put all of them. So you'll see me call her every one of her names. So they have this situation. She pulls the gun on him. She shoots. Then she puts on her head and then pull and then do it again. And then she tells him to get on his. She tells Whisper to strip him after Whisper was just yelling, "No, don't do it." And then she said strip, and then she got into it. Like she really got into it. She's like, "Yeah, strip." I'm like, okay. Oh yeah, that casual racism from Georgia hairdresser. What name? Doll. For some reason, they gave her a name and made her important. So I guess she has another episode or something to come up. But yeah, she was that casual racism that everybody just walked by. But back on this scene, she tells him strip neck, get on her knee. She puts the gun to her mouth and said, "Moan like you told her you wanted her to moan." And then she made him suck the gun, which is absolutely insane, by the way. That man cannot tell nobody this story ever. He cannot tell not one person this story ever. You cannot say this girl put a gun on me and played Russian roulette with a gun and then made me suck a gun host. Not the host of the point. That is a wild. That is wild. Like you can never tell that story. You just say, "Man, them got me, bro. They robbed me." That's all you can say. You can't say nothing that you don't want to say nothing. You don't even think about the story no. She made that man suck the gun, bro. And then they ran off with his clothes and his stuff and drove off in the car. Yeah, left him naked. Took his car too. The man out here naked on the thing said, "I'm gonna get y'all." The man gotta get home. I don't know how he gonna get home with no clothes. Is he gonna call an Uber? Just imagine that Uber call. But he don't have no card. I guess if does he got his phone? I know it's cold. I know it had to be cold. What time of year was this? It had to be freezing out there. This man got to go home. That ain't even his hotel. He didn't even sign up for this hotel, did he? That man in all country. Maybe you just walk out. Maybe get the hotel towels and steal it. But that was a wild scene. By the way, I said Roulette he cannot drive. I have never seen so many brakes in a row to get off of a car. But that was like some terrible driving. But shout out to her. She is crazy. We pick up right here. We see Pico walking off in the most suspicious place. This place was the most strange. This is like the place you go to get robbed, where Pico is. For people that don't, Pico's the guy from the first season that used to roll blood. Now he rocking with the blue, cause he started like sucking up to Maine. If y'all remember season 1, but But he's on the phone talking to his son. I thought it was his daughter at first, but it's apparently his son. And I'm like, bro, why are you, bro? There's nothing on. It's like one of those buildings that like broken down and got like a painting on it. He's walking beside it with nothing on this side, and he's going to like a dead end fence with a big dumpster in which Lil Murdah comes out of. He comes out of the trailer. I'm like, is he? My thought process, because I'm crazy, is it's like he walking through the valley. Except for not the valley where the girls get naked. He walking through the valley of death. This man walked into the most creepiest spot where I expect to get robbed. Like y'all ever walk into a place where you just like, okay, something bad might happen because I don't know this place, and I'm walking to a dangerous place. So he walked there. Murdah come from behind the trailer with this. He came with the assault rifle, and he pulled up and said, "You claiming bodies you don't own," which is, like I said, is very fashionable right now. People are claiming all kind of bodies that they do not carry, because we all know what happened to Big Teak and the situation with that, and Lil Murdah was there, and nobody really know what happened besides Lil Murdah, besides Wody and a few more people. So they just said it like somebody got to drop him in the car. So Pico claiming it, right? Because nobody know that what he happened, because again, that's frowned upon in the hood, so people don't want to talk about it. So Murdah meets up with him. He walks on, tells him that you claim about it, you don't own the weight, and then you can see it going through his mind, the blood on your white and all that, and then Pico copping pleas. Yeah, he had the gun in the video. I don't understand. But he's copping pleas. He said, "You know my mama," because as y'all remember, Pico was on Murdah them side early in season 1. Then he got with Maine, but he was on Murdah them side. So he said, "You know my mama. You know I got a son. You know all this and this. You know ain't nobody gonna take. You know me. You know my folks. You know I'm the only one that can take care of them, and you know that." And Murdah said simply one thing: "I tell your daughter you loved her." And I said, but he said son. He said son. I always say daughter because it did sound like a girl. But he said, I tell your child you love her." Actually, I think he might have said daughter, but I think I thought that was weird, but I didn't quite catch. I should have went back and saw. Then we see all the fallout. For some reason, he walked off from that direction, and a bunch of dudes was running toward that direction. And he was the only dude walking away, which completely confused me because there's an open space right there. Yeah, his son Tyson. Yeah, it was his son. But like, it's a big open space, and it's only one dude walking away from the body, and all of you are his friends. Why did no one confront the dude with the big side right here walking away? That still confused me. That little detail, I'm a sucker for the context. So seeing people run toward a body while Murdah is walking away from the body with the gun image on the side, it's kind of like, why y'all didn't do nothing to him then? But I get it, plot, storyline, progression. I think they did it too early. I think he should have gotten a car or something, waited. We see Mercedes pull up. Y'all can let me know what y'all think about it too. We see Mercedes pull up. Maine is flirting with her again. Okay, shout out to Thomas Jones, one of fire football player for the Chiefs and Bears back then. Somebody I said linebacker, he played running back. I don't know. But he pull up Maine. Yeah, word got back to Maine quickly because Mercedes pull up. They run out and say, "Oh yeah, Pico got shot." And then everybody just ran off. Mercedes convinces Maine to stay because he got an ankle bracelet on. And the police are looking for him. And this just happened, by the way. And you can tell it still wasn't long because it happened at the end, but we'll talk about it. We see Clifford smoking in the cemetery, talking to his mom, Beulah. He pours some alcohol for her. She admits that she's failing. Clifford feels guilty. She don't know what to do. She feels hopeless. She says she feel like she's failing. She misses her mom and she don't want to miss her grandma too. Very touching scene, which quickly shifts to a wild scene. Woodbine, Mercedes' mom, is out here yelling for money every second. She's out here shilling money every second in the church. They doing the little roadside churches y'all saw in the first scene that was supposed to be for the dance thing. They got the chair set up, but they got it online, I guess on Facebook or Zoom. They got the donation counters, and all she does, she praises the Lord every time she gets money. And like the more money she get, the harder she pray. She got the one lady working on it, so I'm like, okay. And then she gets a giant 10K award from Amber, and with a message say, "Cash me out, cash me outside." She goes outside. We find out it's Corbin Wayne. He paid her off 10K. He paid her 10K and then gave her a lot more money to exit the race. And then I wondered, because we go back to the Clifford scene, which I didn't mention before because I didn't want to mention, when he met Corbin out there trying to fix the leak that he keep messing up because he don't know how to do nothing. And we find out that they knew each other. We find out they actually knew each other from childhood. Yeah, Pastor Patrice is getting that bread. She dance every time she get money. Yo, which I'm like, you basically a stripper at this point. You just ain't showing it. You just use God instead of being a stripper. You just say, praise God. Every time you get money, you just shilling money. But, okay. Yeah, so he meets the Wayne brother early in the show. And the reason I worded this like that, because it goes hand in hand. And we find out they know each other. And, well, we kind of knew from the other scene, but now we get a little more depth into them. We knew they grew up more, and he used to rip the heads off the dolls because he didn't get his way. She called him spoiled and all that. And they found him, she called him spoiled. And they go through these scenarios. And he tells her that devil loves money. Which hints at the 10K and convincing them to get out. Because they 100% secure, which leads me to be like, did Clifford just secure $10 million for Autumn? I think Corbin and Cliff experimented with each other back in the day. You saying Clifford like that? What do you call him? Half black, half nigga. He wanted to experiment and he wanted to experiment. It might have. That'll be an interesting story to play out for season 3. Cause you can hint at it, but then you need storylines for season 3. That'll be an amazing storyline. We see Roulette. The episode starts to end with Roulette dropping the car off to Duffy, Gidget X. And she says, hey, chop this car up. Duffy said, you know anybody can do it? He said, I can do it. And then all of a sudden, they start flirting with each other. She tells him he can't hang with her. Duffy, I don't think he can. I'm gonna be real, Duffy. Duffy, you my guy. You can't hang with that dog. I know about them type of guys. You can't hang with that dog. By the way, I said in my notes that I'm more used to Roulette crazy than Whisper and Autumn crazy, which I am. That's on me. That's my youth was. I like what I like when I was. That's me giving y'all an insight of me. I like what I like, and I like the look crazy from the hood. That's what I like. So that's what it is. But digress is not about me. It's about P Valley. And he said he's gonna fix it. And he asked where to take it. He said, take it to the valley. We know what that means. The intro song. We end that section and almost a show with Roulette opening the gun. And it's really a bulleted. Because I didn't bring this up because we found at the end because in my notes I wrote literally that did she actually put a bullet in the gun? Or was she just playing him? She opens it, it's really a bullet there. And she pulled it on her head too. I'm like, okay, Duffy, as Miss Bradshaw said, go back to get your dog. you you don't want that. You don't want that. She had a bullet enough for real. I can talk off the edge. That's me though. But I don't know if I want to deal with that no more. I'm older now. Birthday stream tomorrow. I'm older. I don't know if I can deal with that. But definitely, I can tell you right now, Gidget a good girl compared to her. You better go to where she is, Memphis now, Arizona. I forgot which one she. Denver. You go back, run back. Don't stay away. The episode ends, and then we're gonna talk about everything with Murdah. Raps to end the show with blood on his hands. I don't know if y'all noticed his blood on his hands. He said, "Play the beat." He gives the intense look, and then the beat drop. I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm expecting for the next episode. Y'all drop what y'all think gonna happen in the next episode. Let me know so we can talk about it, and then we're gonna end the show as we speak on what we gonna think gonna happen, how the next few episodes gonna end, and what y'all think. I think Murdah gonna do a diss track about killing Pico. He gonna drop the Pico diss track. He gonna do a diss track on Pico, which is why they brought Maine back for this episode. That's what Angela. That's why I said he gonna tell the whole story. He gonna say what he did. He gonna say how he pulled up on him. Cause I don't see why you bring Maine back. Cause I don't feel like Maine is needed for Mercedes right now. Even though it's gonna connect to Mercedes. Yeah, he had blood on his hands when he was rapping. He's gonna say how he really did that to Pico, and Maine gonna jump in. And we knew Maine was that guy back in the day. And they had that whole little scene in the first season when they looked at each other and stared at each other. So you gonna see it. Yeah, you can see it in his eyes, Angela. Shout out to Angela. Shout out to Miss Bradshaw, everybody in the chat. Glad to have y'all here. Remember, for everybody here, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. We be here for every Sunday for P Valley. I'm usually with my host, Joe, but he's not feeling well. So shout out to my guy, Uniqo Williams. He'll be back hopefully next week, but we'll see. But thank y'all for being here and giving me time. Yeah, episode 10 gonna be Murdah Night 2.0. Let me think what y'all think gonna happen, because I got a few theories. And we're gonna come back in like 2 weeks and talk about it. A week or 2 weeks, whenever y'all we're gonna talk about it. In 2 weeks. But yeah, I think he's gonna rap about it. They're gonna have a whole situation with Maine. But I think that's to throw everything off. I think it's to throw everybody off. Just like it did with the Derrick Diamond situation in episode 1. I know how the writing go. I think either Derrick, because the Pynk opened up in a week, right? It opens up in 1 week. I think Derrick or Keyshawn gonna pull the trigger on one of each other. What y'all think? Y'all are amazing. Shout out to y'all. What y'all think? I think one of them gonna pull the trigger on each other. I think it's gonna hype up this Maine versus Murdah. The whole next episode gonna push that forward. I think it's gonna push that forward. It's gonna push that storyline. We gonna in under Big Teak and all this. We're gonna get a diss track. They gonna name it. It's gonna be a lot of violence. It's gonna be a lot of everything. But at the end of the day, I think it's gonna be Derrick and Keyshawn. And when I'm going, I think when I'm. What if it's the other way though? Because Derrick is a psychopath. He's the dude who does mean things and then cries after, like, I'm never going to do it again, and then keeps doing it. Until she has to. If she don't, she going to be on them. Yes, I think Derrick is going to attempt to murder and Keyshawn, but Derrick won't. Yeah, he will find her. So I think that's what I'm saying. One of them going to have to go in this show. Yes, you think it's easy for it to be Derrick, right? Because he doesn't seem essential to a show about strippers in Mississippi. But the more impactful one be if it's Keyshawn and it just ends off Keyshawn. Right? You see Derrick gets upset because he's crazy. So I'm thinking everything else is just like a bait and switch. For Maine, and by the way, I am kind of looking forward to. Oh yeah, he's gonna realize them birth certificate. He is crazy. She is crazy. I wonder if the gun is still on the pillow. That's what I'm thinking now. I think either she's gonna take. I think he's gonna find it and take it to the Pynk. I think he's gonna find the gun and take it to the Pynk. Now, what happens after that? I'm interested in. I think that's gonna be. What y'all thoughts on that? Do y'all think it's just gonna end up being what we think it is, Main versus Murdah? Cause I see, cause he's the only one in that group, Main is, so you know it's got to be him in that situation. And plus, he's kind of the boss. Is Ernestine gonna make it to season 3? Angela said she was hoping the baby boy got it, and yes, that would be justice, though. That would be justice. My boy Joe last week, I don't want to take credit for it, so I'm gonna give him credit for it. He said he think Derrick might end up doing something. I mean, we didn't think gonna be in the episode, but then Hailey said Autumn gonna pin the murder on Montavious on Derrick, and it's all gonna line up because Hailey gave her the gun, which is possibly the gun that she killed, what Mercedes killed Montavious with. And all of a sudden, they just closed both cases because Hailey, I'm telling you, she's scary. Yes, Main versus, like, he has to be Main. They wouldn't bring him back, and he's the only person beside Pico we knew that was on that side, right? He's the only character we knew from any of these episodes that's on that side. And we knew Teak and what's name was on the other side. So it has to be Main versus Murdah. But I wonder, is it going to play off of them, though, and just be like, oh, we finna get in this situation, but the real situation of how the season end going to be Derrick and Wilson. So it's going to be, I'm very interested. Y'all let me know y'all theories. Remember to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Like I said, we do this every Sunday. I have the episode of Man Cave coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow is my birthday, so I'm just thankful for that. So I might be streaming tomorrow. I might be streaming on Twitch and YouTube, so I don't know. We're not getting out. I'm just giving y'all some time to give y'all thoughts on what's going to happen. So I'm just going over some stuff that's going on the show this week. Monday, we talking about, are there male role models now, especially among black men? So that episode will be out tomorrow. Next week, we're talking about, is black male leadership being erased? Why? Because I heard people saying it, and I want a conversation about it. So we're going to have people with different perspectives and everything coming in, different black men coming in, talking to. We had the episode, Monday episode is about role models and having black male role models. And so that's what we talk about in Man Cave. That will be out on Mondays. So that's looking forward to. Tuesday, if y'all into Marvel and those type of shows, we do Just a Fan. I do this show every week. Next Friday, I will do Rap by Issa Rae. If y'all watch that show, I will be out there. Thank you, Miss Bradshaw, for the happy birthday. Thank you, Angela. Derrick, family is too rich to let him go down. That's true, but they disowned him years ago, right? They disowned him about 18 years ago. One thing I know about family that disown their kid, especially when white people, especially in Mississippi, they don't claim them back. They do not claim them back. I'm telling you right now, it's a boy up the road right now. He don't never get claimed. So one thing I do know they do up in the South, they don't take you back. You married that black girl? Ooh, you committed a sin. You committed a sin among them white people. Miss Bradshaw, I'm telling you, you did. That's the ones right here, the racist ones. I'm not talking about all. I'm talking about the racist one. Oh, you committed a sin right there. So I don't know if they're gonna let them out, but that's an interesting theory. Any more theories? But like I said, we got all these shows coming up and all these different things. So I'm hoping y'all enjoy. Like, I don't know if y'all into everything we do. I talk about TV shows. Like I said, Rap-ish come out Thursdays on Issa Rae. I'm doing episode 3 and 4. I did episode 1 and 2 before. So we got all that coming out. Again, I want to thank y'all for being here. Appreciate the birthday wishes. Like I said, I will be streaming tomorrow. I don't know, I'll probably be streaming a game or something. I'll watch some YouTube videos just to hang out with the people on the Overall 99 community. If I don't be on the channel, I will be on the Overall 99 Gaming channel. So I will send a post in this thing linking everybody to that if y'all want to join me and just say hello or just wish me a happy birthday. Or my Twitch, I'll put it on YouTube too. So just hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I appreciate y'all. I hope to see y'all next Sunday so we can have this great conversation again because y'all were amazing. Shout out to Miss Bradshaw and Angela. Shout out to all of y'all. But amazing episode of P Valley. Hope everybody had a good time. Everybody had one time. Hope your weekend's good. We're manifesting a great week. We're praying for a great week. We're manifesting all those things for a great week for you. And remember to keep stumping. Why? Because no matter what you go through in your life, all the ups and downs, all the drama, all the people, all the love lost, all the love made, everything. The people hate you, the people that love you, all the things. If you keep stumping, eventually you keep stumping. Something amazing will happen. I appreciate y'all. Peace. Hope to see y'all again.